Hello and welcome to Edukemy's YouTube channel. My name is Harsh Singh, and in this video we shall continue the government schemes in infrastructure sector. Now today's schemes are the ones which are relevant, in news, and all related to the urban lifestyle. So all these three schemes that we discussed today, AMRUT scheme, then we have the smart cities scheme, and the third one is housing for all urban scheme. All these three schemes are under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So this ministry which is developing the urban areas, it is called as Ministry for Housing and Urban Affairs, right? Now, before getting into the first scheme, let me tell you that all these three schemes, they were instituted in the year 2015. So we are talking of AMRUT, we are talking of smart cities, and we are also talking of the third scheme, right? So moving ahead, this particular scheme, before understanding what its objectives are, let us look at the urban areas. Our urban areas are the ones which are not able to provide drinking water to people. Our urban areas are in a situation where the drainages are open and there is no sewerage treatment and facility for the water management. The cities do not have green spaces and there is no mobility, there is no space for mobility for non-motorized transport, right? So where would people move? And what is ideally required is to have a city where people are able to have potable water, drinking water, tapped drinking water facility. We want cities where there is water available and this water is able to recycle itself. We are talking of the drainage water, we are talking of sewerage water, right? So water recycling facilities attached to each homes. We are also talking of cities to have parks, green spaces, for cities to have storm water drainage facilities. Storm water drainage is the place from where water it gets ejected out, and also non-motorized transport system. So a cycling pavement, a pavement for people to walk and jog across, right? So these are the main important requirements. Why have I shown only these things in the image? Is because these are the objectives of the scheme. The scheme wants to achieve 100% availability of potable water to every household in urban areas. So the second one, 100% coverage of sewerage management in urban areas. Then to increase the access of people to green places and have such green places, to have stormwater drainages and to have non-motorized transport and mobility in urban areas. Just opposite to what exists right now, right? Sponsored scheme. And the most important thing about this scheme is that this has got the life until the year 2022. All it is attempting is to transform 500 such cities which are tier 1 cities. So we are talking of cities which have 1 lakh plus population. Remember the word AMRUT. The second scheme in focus is the smart cities mission. Now here the country is choosing some specific cities for its development. What are we trying to develop? Not only develop, the most important 4 parameters of development will be city improvement. So retrofitting, suppose they are gadgets, there are important places in the city which are not functioning well. Retrofitting has to be done. Fitting of those important replacement of those parts. City renewable, complete city redevelopment. So breaking it and then creating it again. City extension. That means these two things were brownfield projects, right? The city already was existent and certain important changes were to be made. However, if we want to extend a city limit, so this is called as the greenfield project. So this could as well become a part of smart city mission, right? So for example, creation of greater Raipur. So we are talking of greater Raipur. If you talk of greater Ranchi, these could be smart cities. So greenfield projects, right? So always speak of example whenever you are putting a point. One pan city initiative. One pan city initiative means picking up a sector, right? For example, water development and trying to develop the water capacity in the whole city, right? So this is the main strategic component of the smart cities mission, right? Now, smart city, it has never been defined by the government. A smart city is basically going to focus on ease of living of people, right? So providing a very good quality of life of person. Quality of life has to be complemented with the presence of economy, right? And this is where the smart city will play its important role. Smart city is the area of convergence of quality of life of individual and economy. So it will try to help people by keeping community at the core. The 6 principles will be community at the core, and then trying to create a circular economy in the city. So less waste and creating of more or renewable, recycled products. We are talking of circular economy. The cities will be selected from the particular states, and then after that the central government. So there is a specific way in which these cities will be selected. They had to be maximum 100 cities to begin with, and of course, yes, we have less than 100 cities. We have 99 cities, and some people have also gone out of this mission. So this is it, and it is a technology. It is a technology which is going to make the transformation. The idea will be to have convergence in the field of finances and this particular sector, right? So this is the main focus of smart cities mission. Now, the various projects running under smart city. So we are trying to digitize the economy. We are trying to ensure that economy becomes circular. We are trying to improve the mobility of people. So transportation is there, and we are also trying to create fellows who are going to do this kind of transformation. So not only this, there are a lot of missions running so that they may be able to succeed the mission for smart cities. This is again under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. The third scheme that we are going to talk about is the Housing for All scheme. Now, Housing for All scheme, the main agenda was to have house for everybody by the year 2022. Now, government is ensuring that this Housing for All scheme be provided to the EWS, economically weaker sections. Now, this is the catch. People would think that economically weaker sections are those below the poverty line, but it is not necessary. The government has segregated this economically weaker section in various categories. So one category is the one which earns up to 3 lakh in a family, right? Complete household income. Then, so this is the lower class. And then we have two middle classes, one which is earning up to 6 lakh and the other one which is earning greater than 6 lakhs. So we do have the middle income category also, not just the lower income category. So do remember, we are talking of various category of people, and the government is creating housing at different ranges. So different pricing for all these different people in different communities, right? So this is what this scheme is about. Also, this is one of the important schemes where the central government is giving direct subsidy, direct credit link subsidy to the person. So what is this credit link subsidy? Credit link subsidy means when I want to have a house, the government is selling this house is for a very subsidized amount, say 50,000 rupees, it is selling for it. And government is also providing credit link subsidy. So credit link subsidy primarily means that government will be giving subsidized loans to people. So there will be credit, there will be a subsidy while we take credit, right? So this is one important scheme. Also, these houses will be underpriced, so they will be constructed at very economical rates for people to afford them, right? So this is what this scheme is about, to ensure housing for everybody in urban areas by the year 2022. Now, so beneficiaries are the economically weaker sections, and the important features of the scheme are to provide a house which is all weathered. It has kitchen, it has water facility, it has electricity, it has toilet, right? So all the basic amenities to be there in the house. The owner of the house primarily could be a woman. So this is, or it should have a joint ownership. So this is for women empowerment. And then it is ensuring the quality of life for the urban poor people, right? And security of tenure, that means they will not be ejected out of homes, important value. And it will also ensure adequate physical and social infrastructure in those areas. So what are we talking of when we talk of social infrastructure? So these are the places where people meet. So we are talking of marriage halls, we are talking of parks and gardens. This is how the whole community will be created. Now, the important components of this scheme, Prime Minister's Awas Yojana in urban areas are 4. So these 4 components are, first one, in situ slum development. Now, wherever there was a slum, this whole area will be redeveloped and there will be buildings which will be resold to the same people who were in the slum areas. So this is one component of the project. The second one is credit linked subsidy scheme. So subsidy will be given to people in case they want to own that house. Subsidy will be given, right? Third one is affordable housing in partnership. So an organization will be building houses and people will be owning it later. And the fourth is beneficiary-led construction. The name itself suggests the beneficiary will be constructing this house for themselves, and they will also be taking some government benefits so that they may be subsidized while constructing houses. So these are the 4 components, and these are the 5 important features of the Urban Awas Yojana, and we just spoke of the Housing for All scheme in urban areas. These 3 important schemes form the core of development programs of government in the urban areas. In fact, if you look at the first scheme that we spoke of, This is about Ministry of Housing Affairs. We are speaking of an important thing, that is the development of potable water resources, the maintenance and management of drainages and sewerages. This is going to aid in a holistic manner because this will prevent the spread of diseases. Half of the diseases spread around the country are through water, and this is what is going to aid it. So you can use these kind of things while you think in your main examination. This will also help a lot in your pre-examination, understanding the three important components. Who is the beneficiary? Who is the agency which is releasing the scheme? So this is Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs agency. And the third one, what are the objectives of the scheme? This is where most of the question will fall for you. So here we covered three important schemes in the urban sector. Thanks for watching. In case you like this video, share some love on us through comments, shares and likes. If you subscribe to the channel, you will receive timely updates. Thanks for watching.